You know? I started writing to that. And then he realizes somewhere along the line, at what point, like he looks like he continued to write. Not to take up, not to uphold. Et down here, it's missing, the aleph is gone, the ta is there. Et Shem, Yahweh, the name of the Lord. Don't take up the name.
Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Bahashem, Rachakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, because those are the men who I learned the truth from through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh. Yahweh is the true name of the God of Israel. Yahweh is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, but his one and only true name is Yahweh. And pretty much this video, along with the video I'm going to do after this, I'm going into the name of the Most High, proving that the name of the Most High in the Tetragrammaton, the YHWH, you have to add the vowel sound ah to it, because that's how the ancient Paleo-Hebrew, also known as Proto-Hebrew, that's how you do things. That's the rule to that. All right, because they didn't have, vowel sounds. See, these are new things. So when you do your research and they tell you things like, oh, the different Masorite, really, but the different so-called Jewish scholars, that they all came together and they agreed to call the name of the Most High Yahweh. But hold up, is it Hashem? Which Hashem, it just means the name. And the name of the Most High can't be Yahweh, because there's no E's in Paleo-Hebrew. You got to understand, this reconstructed Hebrew, that's not Paleo-Hebrew. That's not the Hebrew that the fathers of the promise, as well as the ancient Israelites in previous generations, were speaking. They wasn't pronouncing words with E, O, I, O, U. All right? It was either the ah sound or the I sound, as you can see here in the Lashawan Kodash, the holy tongue. All right? The holy language. This is the name of the Most High. The name of the Most High is going to be spelled out and found in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew. You could also use Aramaic, which we wasn't speaking Aramaic, which is the Babylonian / Assyrian version, of Hebrew. We wasn't speaking that until we was in captivity under the ancient Babylonians from 605 BC to 539 BC, when they were taken down by the Medo-Persians. All right, so this is the name of the Most High. I'm going to get into the scriptures, but the reason why you don't call the Most High I am that I am, or ASSHUR, AHSHUR, or whatever the hell it translates to in English, is because you would be referring to yourself. If you call the Most High Ahaya, you referring to yourself saying that. You have to address whoever you're talking about in third person. So you would add the Yah to it. That's the smallest letter of the Hebrew alphabet. All right, Yah. And then the next letter is Ha. And then these two letters right here, when you put it together, is Hawa. When you put it all together, is YAHWH. All right, that's the name of the Most High. And this is how you would spell it in what they call a Proto-Hebrew or Paleo-Hebrew. All right, Yahweh, that's his name. You could only find and pronounce his name with the Paleo-Hebrew. You cannot use this new version of Hebrew reconstructed by Ben Yehudi or whoever else. All right, his name can only be pronounced with these characters in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew. So I just wanted to say that. Another example, as I'm going to show in my next lesson, is the word Joshua in the Paleo-Hebrew, which is Yahweh, because Moses added the prefix Yah to Habashai, so you could understand who he was referring to. He was referring to Joshua. So when you speak in third person, like for an example, somebody asks you, oh, what's this person's name? You know, you have to address it in third person. That's what the Yah character is all about. That's why it's YAHWH. All right. So now let's go down here. So I went on Google. I typed in YHWH, right? The tetragrammaton, which the word tetragrammaton or tenta means four. It's a 4-letter word, but it's missing the ah sound to it, right? The AH. So it says is the 4-letter Hebrew name, right, for Yahweh, for the God of Israel in the Hebrew Bible. It says, though its exact original pronunciation was lost, no, it's not lost, no, because the scriptures say in the New Testament that the servants of the Most High, that the name of the Most High as well as his only begotten Son will be sealed in their foreheads. I forget if it's 1st or 2nd Esdras where it talks about the crowning ceremony. All right, when Esdras asked the angel, I believe it's Uriel, who are these that are standing upon Mount Zion? Uriel told Esdras, these be they, meaning the predestined Israelites that's meant to be a part of the elect, and that's a part of the elect. They stood stiffly while alive on the planet Earth. They stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord, meaning that they had to know enough Hebrew at least to know the name of the Most High and his only begotten Son. Do you have to be fluent in Paleo Hebrew to be saved? No, no, you don't. But you got to know the name of the Most High. You got to know the name of Yahweh. You have to know key things in Hebrew. When you're teaching certain specific words, although we're not commanded to be fluent in it, you do have to know the name of the Most High and his Son. That's mandatory. That's what's written in the scriptures. All right? How you going to pray and have faith upon a God and you don't know his name? When you're in trouble, you need to cry out to him in the form of supplication or prayer. You know, you don't know his name. Oh, his name don't matter. Oh, his name is this and this transliterated language. So that's the same thing. No, it ain't the same thing. All right. If you're not praying in the name of Yahweh, Bahashim means in the name Yahweh, because Yahweh is a mediator. All right. Then you're praying to another God. You're praying to an idol. Is that serious? So we know the name of the Most High. That's why when you read in this AI overview, Chat GPT, all that's the same thing. You know, you got to pick and choose what's according to sound doctrine. You can't just read anything. So it says, though its exact original pronunciation was lost due to ancient Jewish traditions. Yeah, see, that's what the Masoretes said. All right, that's what them Amalekite converts said. It says, of reverence, it is most commonly transcribed by scholars as Yahweh, but that wouldn't make sense because there was no E in the Lashon Kodash. All right. It says, and translated as Lord. Yeah, whenever you see the word Lord in caps, it's the word Yahweh in most English translations. So now, let's get into it. Right. So this is Exodus 3:14. Exodus chapter 3 and verse 14. So concerning the tetragrammaton, this is from a Halashwan Kodash dictionary book that I had it for a while. It says, when the word Lord is inscribed in all uppercase letters as Lord in caps, the Hebrew abaf, or the Hebrew word, is the name of the Most High, which is Yahweh, YHWH, and you add the ah sound. By applying a long ah, to pronounce consonants of the transliteration YHWH, it would be pronounced Yahweh. That's the rules of Paleo Hebrew. All right? It's not about, oh, well, in modern Hebrew, you know, that's not how it is. You have the E-I-O-U. Well, who gives a fuck? Who asked that? The name of the Most High is only found in the Paleo Hebrew. Not no transliterated language, not a different language, and it means that no. Paleo Hebrew or not. All right? To Exodus. Let's read Exodus chapter 3 and verse 14. It says, and the Most High said unto Moses, I am that I am. Now, when the Most High said this, he was referring to himself. All right? He's not referring to himself as my name is Ahaya. He's pretty much saying I am that I am. Everything you see around you, everything in existence is because of me. When you get the proper understanding of the creation story, read it in Colossians, the 1st chapter, so you can understand that really it was YAHWH's only begotten son, YAHWH, that created everything you see around you. Whether it's in the universe, in earth, no matter what realm it is, everything was created by YAHWH. As it says in Hebrews, the 1st chapter, he is the express image of the Heavenly Father's perfection. All right? But the Most High, he gets the credit for that. But his son needs to be reverenced and exalted. All right? His son is the only begotten son, meaning the only spirit created directly from Yahweh himself. So, matter of fact, let's go into this word, I am. Let's go into it. All right? Now, as you can see here, the word there is Hawa, because it's missing the Yah. All right? With the Yah, the smallest letter in the Hebrew alphabet, as I'm going to show you, if you would add it to that word that you see in Strong's H 1961, it would have been Yahweh, as you can see right here. All right? It would have been Yahweh. But the word there is Hawa, meaning what? To exist, because that's the main verb in the Most High's name. His name, Yah meaning he, Hawa meaning to what? Exist, or he to be. Now the word here is Hawa, right? Just gonna scroll down here. To be, to exist, be in existence. Exodus 3:14, and the Most High said unto Moses, I am that I am. And he said, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel. Who is the children of Israel? The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Our seed line makes up the 12 tribes of Israel. Not anybody that looks like an Israelite on the outward appearance. All right? It says, and he said, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am, have sent me unto you. So what did Moses do? Moses added the prefix Yah to the word Hawa so that he could let you know who he is addressing in third person. Who sent me unto you? What's his name? Yahweh. All right? Continuing on. Verse 15 now. It says, and the Most High said, moreover unto Moses, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, the Lord. Now, whenever you see the word Lord in caps, Strong's H 3068, it's the word Yahweh, which means what? That's the name of the Most High, Yahweh. All right? It's not Yehovah. Paleo Hebrew, it didn't have E's in it. It didn't have O's in it. It didn't have V's in it. It didn't have I in it. It didn't have E in it. All right? Anytime you had a tetragrammaton or words missing, you have to add the ah sound to it. All right? That's why the YHWH, the tetragrammaton, the reason why it is the word Yahweh, because according to the rules of Paleo Hebrew, you have to add the ah vowel to it. All right? That was the only vowel. The ah, which is the A pretty much, and the I. All right? Just like how you have YAHWH, it has the I in it. All right? Now, when you break down this word Yahweh, right? You go to Strong's H 1961. This is the word we just went into. Hawa, which is what? He exists, or he to be. So what did Moses do? He added Yah to the prefix Hawa, and you got the word Yahweh. All right? It's that simple. The name of the Most High is not Ahaya. How you gonna look? How you gonna tell somebody the name of the Most High is Ahaya? That's like you referring to yourself. All right? You can't address the Most High like that, Ahaya. You can't do that. You have to address the Most High in third person. That's why you add the Yah, which is the prefix to the word Hawa, and you get the word Yahweh. All right? Also, Strong's H 1933, the word Haya, it also means to exist or he to be. All right. But the name of the Most High is YAHWH. All right. As you can see, how Yah, to be, become, exist, happen. All right. So as you can see right here, you have the word Yah right there, and you have the rest of the characters Hawa, all right, which is Strong's H1961. So the name of the Most High is YAHWH, all right. Now, let me just go up here. Y'all know I got this in all my videos I do. The word YAHWH, right? Yah meaning he, Hawa meaning to exist. It says YHWH, right? Strong's H3068. Whenever you see the word Lord in caps, it's the name of the Most High, YAHWH. Virtually all translations from Judaism and Christianity use the word Lord in caps for the Hebrew name of God, which is YAHWH. The original pronunciation of the name can never be determined, absolute bullshit, with complete accuracy, but in Hebraic thought, it is the meaning of a name that is more important than its pronunciation. The Hebrew YHWH is the verb hawa, meaning to exist, with the prefix Y or Yah, meaning he. Therefore, the word YHWH means he exists. YAHWH. This ain't up for debate. All right? Either you got the truth or you don't. You confused, you can't be a part of the elect if you confused. You don't know what you're teaching. You can't defend your own God. You can't defend your Messiah. You shouldn't be doing no videos. All right? Now let me show you something else. See right here, Exodus 3:15, right? The name of the Most High, YHWH, you add the ah sound to it, you get the word YAHWH. Now reading the characters, you have Yah and then the word Hawa. All right, you got the word Yah, as you can see there, Joshua 4:21, because for Joshua, the son of Nun, Moses added the prefix Yah and then the word Habashai. All right, so Joshua name in the Paleo Hebrew is YAHWH. All right, that's why when we read Acts 7:45, I'm literally going to do a video right after this. That's why the name of YAHWH is that word, YAHWH. All right, because he had the same name that Joshua had, but originally Joshua's name was Habashai, and then Moses added the prefix Yah. All right, so the same thing applies to the Most High. He added the prefix because he's speaking in third person. Oh, who sent you? Yahweh sent me. All right, there you go. You got the word Hawa, right? Strong's H1933. It says to be, become, exist, or happen. All right, and also Strong's H1961, the Hebrew word Hayah, it has the same similar meaning, to be, exist, stuff like that. All right, another one for you. All right, YaHaWaH, YaHaWaH. That's the name of the Most High. It's not up for debate. The name of the Most High is found specifically in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, period. That's it, because that's the language they were speaking. What language was they speaking in the wilderness? What the Most High, as well as the angels, Yahweh Shah himself, the language in the heavens, they speak Paleo Hebrew. When Moses was speaking to the Most High, he was communicating with him, right? He was communicating in what language? The Paleo Hebrew, not some reconstructed Ben Yahudi Hebrew. That ain't Hebrew. All right, he wasn't speaking Aramaic. We wasn't speaking that until we was in the Babylonian captivity, which is part of us discontinuing from our heritage. They started to give us the Babylonian names. It's the same shit like how during the Roman captivity and the Greek captivity and the American captivity, we got different names. All right. Now I could go back. Exodus 3:15. And the Most High said, moreover unto Moses, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, right? The Lord, right? Yahweh, God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is the fathers of the promise. Us as the children of Israel, we are the seed of the promise. It says, have sent me unto you, right? This is my name. So he's telling you what his name is, the word Lord in caps, which is Yahweh. That's what he said. It was no English back during this time. It was no Ben Yahudi Hebrew back during this time. All right? Continuing on, it says, this is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all generations forever. This is the name of the Most High forever. Period. So that's it. It says, go and gather the elders of Israel together and say unto them, the Lord, which is Yahweh, God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, of Isaac, and of Jacob, appeared unto me, saying, I have surely visited you and seen that which is done to you in Egypt. All right? Most High gave Moses his name. There ain't enough for debate. This is Zephaniah 3:9. It says, for then will I turn to the people. What people? The Israelites. But more importantly, the elect of the nation of Israel. Because not every Israelite has the name of the Most High sealed in their foreheads, sealed in their spirits. Why? Because they're not predestinated to be a part of the elect. If you was a part of the elect, it wouldn't be up for debate. What's the name of the Most High? The Most High would have sealed it in your spirit to come across his name while you on earth. The same goes for the name YAHWAH. All right? Because you got people, they talk like that. Oh, you know, in the kingdom, we're going to iron everything out. Nah, that's not what the scriptures say. Scriptures say the elect will stand stiffly for the name of Yahweh, Yahweh. All right? Zephaniah 3:9, continuing on, the pure language, the Lashuan Kodash, all right, the holy tongue, the holy language. Let's read this real quick. Zephaniah 3:9, a overview. Zephaniah 3:9 contains the prophetic promise that the Most High will restore to the people a pure language so they could call upon his name. The original Hebrew word for language speech is safa'ah, which literally translates to lip. Let's go down here. It says, I just want to get to the point. It says, Paleo-historical context and roots. When written in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew script, a Semitic abjad used before the Babylonian exile, because that's when we started speaking Aramaic, the Babylonian exile, or the Assyrian Hebrew. Each letter carried a distinct pictographic meaning. Here is a visual and photographic breakdown of the verse keys, the Matic phrase, pure language, which I did a video on the Paleo Hebrew characters and, you know, the photos that explain the actual characters. All right, let's go down here. So it says, yes, that's pretty much it. The verses talk about Paleo Hebrew. All right. So Zephaniah 3:9, for then will I turn to the people of pure language, that they may all call upon the name singular of the Lord Yahweh, to serve him with one consent. That's what the elect will be doing while they're alive on the planet Earth. All right. So the name of the Most High, it can only be found in the Lashuan Kodash Paleo Hebrew alphabet. All right. Lord willing, you was edified. Shalom.